Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Footwear and Leather Talk, arranged by Footwear Exchange. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Amit Bajoria Group. He is the CEO of this company, and he has a long experience, I should say, in this sector, especially in the backward linkages. So, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
So, Mr. Amit, as you are very experienced in this sector, especially footwear and leather bag sector, so and you are dealing with such a important part of the backward linkage that that we cannot make shoes or bags without these chemicals or components. So, my first question will be to you that how do you see the technology advancement, new technology innovation to boost up this sector, especially in Bangladesh?
Thank you. A very, very interesting question. As you rightly said, the key value addition we do in this industry is stitching and bonding. And fortunately, unfortunately, these are the reasons of most inefficiency in our industry. Technology is actually the only way we can move forward, making these processes, which are the slowest processes but most vital processes, the most efficient processes. So as far as the bonding is concerned, we see there's a paradigm shift into the way the industry bonds in the world over today. In the past, the conventional system was using the solvent glues by brush, then started the roller application. Unfortunately, solvent glues have more or less at the end of it their shelf life. They are polluting in nature. They are using key natural resources because they are petrochemical based. They are taking a lot of manpower. They are non-compliant. They require additional cleaning work, makes pollution. They are fire hazards. They are health hazards. So the solution is to move in complete different directions.
So of course there is a cost. The thing you just told. Of course, except this thing, there is another thing is cost. Of course, the way the sector is moving, we have to concern about the cost. So the solution, of course, should be reduce the cost. If I'm not wrong, right?
Good observation. The new solutions. Let's say, what are the new solutions? New solutions are basically divided into three ways. First, technology is water-based. Everything is moved already a lot towards water-based. Also in Bangladesh, we started the mission at Intercom, which is a group company at Skycorp. We started the mission way back 12 years ago. Today we are proud to say almost 60% of the industry we have been able to move 60-70% on water based. Another 30-40% and there will be a lot of factory which will be solvent free out here. These water based bring in these Intercom EcoStick water based adhesives. They bring in 5 key advantages. The most important advantage is you have an immediate reduction of anything to between 20 to 30% of the cost. You have a 70 to 80% of the manpower reduction in the gluing process. You have zero health hazard, zero fire hazards. So there are only advantages. If I have to say a negative part is that you need to have spray systems to use it. You cannot use it by conventional brush method. So this is very, very good in my opinion. The second part I would say is the thermo glues.
Okay.
We are one of the largest thermo glue producers in the world with a factory in Italy called Kyotex. Thermo glues are basically replacing all kind of liquid glues. Basically there is no evaporation, there is no solid, there is no liquid content, and with this thermo glue the durability is much higher. Again you are saving something like 60 to 70% of the current cost. So these technology advancements are extremely important to adopt for three main reasons. A, to remain cost effective. B, to remain sustainable on their production. And C, to be able to address to the growing challenges, which include the manpower shortages, which include go-to market time, which include the durability, the quality. So considering all these three factors, I think it's extremely important that the industry embraces this technology as fast as possible.
Okay, that's great. I mean, if I come to another question, I mean, as you are telling that, I mean, yes, we of course we admit that using water-based adhesive, it will reduce the cost, it will reduce manpower cost as well. The product cost, manpower cost. I mean, the manpower cost. If you can reduce the manpower, of course, the product cost will be reduced. So at the same time, if I come to another thing, that this water-based adhesive, what are the drawbacks? I mean, you have in the water-based adhesive, and how you are overcoming all these drawbacks?
Good. Again, a very, very good question. Water-based, let's say footwear application. When it comes to upper application, when it comes to socks application, when it comes to heel application, so the intercom water-based adhesives, we don't see any drawbacks. The moment you come to the sole application, we are talking about some drawbacks. Is a drying time.
Okay.
So you need to adapt your line into a way where it can align with the drying time of water base. Solvent is a volatile substance. It evaporates on its own. So it has a faster drying compared to water base on the sole attaching. So where the line needs to be adapted or additional heater needs to be involved. So there are some drawbacks, but which are manageable drawbacks.
Okay. Okay. In addition,
Similarly, on the laminations, the use of thermo adhesives, we don't see any drawback. The thermo adhesives are now in the Western world, the liquid laminations are now things of past.
okay.
And now in matured market like China, like India, like Korea, like Vietnam, also the liquid laminations are going in the past, and that's why you see a lot of old traditional lamination systems like roller calendar systems are being pushed into these markets like Bangladesh, which are like obsolete technology. So we need to not go into technology of yesterday, but we need to embrace the technology of today and tomorrow, and that's what we have to go into the direction of thermo adhesives.
Fantastic. So if I ask you another thing, that I mean, you talked about some advanced technology, this thing, that thing. So my last question will be, how you see, I mean, the Bangladesh is adapting this new technology, and if not, or if yes, we are slow, or we are adapting very fast, and what is your suggestion about this thing to adoption the technology?
One of the things which I've always observed in Bangladesh is a very strong intent from the entrepreneurs to adapt to technology. I think they are one of the most adaptive entrepreneurs I've seen across the globe. The workforce is much more disciplined and they are much more flexible to open. I think the bottleneck which comes into adaptation is at times the upfront capex required, even though it is not so much, but then there is always a reservation whether to go now, or there are 10 other things which needs to be done at the time. So the priorities changes, but I think there is a greater adoption happening now, and my suggestion to the industry would be, there is no tomorrow, we need to do it today. Now is our moment. The world is changing, the factory floor of the world is changing. It's no longer the China which is dominating the factory floor. It's our opportunity here in Bangladesh. It's possible in Bangladesh, just let's do it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time and thanks for your valuable comments. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for having me.